Hi everybody, Nancy here. Today I'm going to show you how you can use ZoomNotes to tell you what is in a storage box in your garage. Alright, just by pointing your phone at it, and it'll open up a page that's got a list of all your items in that box. We're going to be using a QR code and ZoomNotes, and I should have said, and also shortcuts to do that. And it's super simple, super fast. Well, it's as fast as it is, you have to make the list of what's in the box. Unfortunately, there's not an easy way to scan a lot of stuff. If it's books, there are apps that have scanner code that you can scan the ISBN, and there's apps that you can scan barcodes and such, but not everything has that. Very few of my things have any kind of tracking thing. I buy beads and whatnot, and it came packaged with a barcode or I guess it's a barcode. But, the packaging's long gone. So I'll have to input each thing manually. But what made me even think about doing this, the other night I was flipping through my Instagram videos, and I was watching this girl organize her cabinets. And I got the quickest flash of a QR code on one of her boxes. And it's like, wait a minute, how cool is that? That is smart. And I got to thinking, well, I need to figure out how she did that. So I started searching and went, of course, the first thing you do is, you go to YouTube, and there were a lot of different recommendations for free apps that you can use online, and I tried using those, and that's to generate a code, a QR code yourself. And there's lots of free apps out there, and I tried a couple of them, and it's like, not happy with this. So I couldn't find one that I was really happy with. Well, I got to thinking, I wonder if I could do something with a shortcut. So I went to shortcuts and did a search on QR, and sure enough, there was a command for creating QR codes using shortcuts, and I'll show you that in a minute. But first I want to show you, in ZoomNotes, I went ahead and created a place to make the list. You've got to list out all the items in the box. So I needed to have a document that I could put all that stuff in. And now, I'll go ahead and show you the first page. I did a tab for each one of the rooms in my house that I might put some storage boxes. And, in my office, in my craft room, upstairs closets, and places like that. And I did a tab for each one of those. And then for each one, like in a closet, I might have 7 or 8 different boxes or more. So I went ahead and, instead of having a separate page, I went ahead and did a separate page in a page, or a document in a document, whatever. So if I click on somewhere on this 9, it'll open that up. So it's a document in a document. And I go back up out of it. Okay, so that gives me room for 9 boxes. And I put the generated QR code here on this page so that I can print them all out at one time. And I found that in order for it to be big enough, I couldn't paste it on the actual page because it would be right in the middle, and that would take up all the space for my items. So I have a layer just for the codes. See if I can turn it off and on. So that way I can just print this page. Now I'll have to test that because my printer's not hooked up. I don't think it's even plugged in. It's been years since I even used my printer. Who uses printers anymore, right? But you'll need to in order to print. If you're going to manually print it yourself, you'll have to turn your printer on. And I've got so much label paper, I need to use it anyway. So, all right. So this is what it's going to look like. I just have to print this page out. Now, to generate the actual code, the first thing I did was, if I open up, let's say, well, I'm going to go to the next page because I've started doing my craft room. And as I'm going, I just copied what was on my office page to my craft room page so that I didn't have to recreate the wheel over and over again. I just copied and pasted it. All right. Or I could have duplicated that page. That's what it probably would have been easier. But so now if I click on 6 to open it up, I just need to turn off that numbers layer. I added that later, and it's so okay. So here's my page where I'm going to put all the stuff that's in box 6. And the first thing I want to do, I'm going to color code it for the room that I'm in. So all the craft boxes are going to be color coded with a tan color. So I just changed my paper color to this light tan, and that's done. And then I go to the I. Every sub document has its own unique UUID, so I copy that to the pasteboard. Now I've got my long code of how to get to this page. Now normally you would put it up in the URL, if you well, here, I'll show you. If I'm on here, say, done. I got to get to a E up here. If I paste it here, remember it's on my clipboard. So if I do paste and I click on go, it says open this page. Yes, I'm going to open it up and see it opens up to page 6. Now, admittedly, it went fast because I was already there, but it would have opened up if I had not already been there. If I'd been on a different page, it would have opened this page up. Okay, so now that's on my pasteboard. Now I'm going to open up shortcuts over on the left, and that's not shortcuts. I want both of them side by side. And I'm going to, this is the last one I generated, so I'm going to start fresh. I'm going to do done. And then see, it's called generate QR code. If I click on the 3 dots to open it up so you can see what I did. The first code, all I did was search for QR, and it gave me a list of different codes that would be valid for the QR code, and one was generate. So I've got it. What it's going to do is run and ask me, what do I want? What UUID do I want? And then the next line is resize. Now go ahead and print screen if you want to remember this. But resize QR code, it generates an image. And I didn't know how big that image was going to be. So I went ahead and added that line. It's not necessary because it only saved like 5 kilobytes, nothing. So you can add that or not. If it's just what you want to do. And then the next line is save the QR code to recents or whatever folder. These are all my different folders in my photos album. So I could change that to, well, recents just makes more sense. put that there, and it will automatically save it there. See, if I go here, look at my pictures, see the 2 down at the bottom? That's what it's adding to the my photos. Now, you get a page full of these things, and you're not going to have a clue where they go. So instead of using, I just didn't know how to do it when I first started figuring this thing out. So that's what I told it to do. But if you run it, use the little arrow up at the top, click on that, and it'll run. And here's where you paste in your UUID and do done. And bam, it has just created a code that you print it out on a sticker and put it on the edge of your box, point your phone at it, and it's going to tell you what's inside that box. So cool. And again, because you get a page full of those things, you don't know what's going to go where. So at the bottom of this one that it just generated and showed up as a preview down at the bottom, there's a share button. So I click on that, and then I just copy it, and then go back over to ZoomNotes and go back up to the correct level and double tap. And now I'm going to paste it here. And I'm done. Well, I'm done with that. Okay. Now, I videotaped me using my phone. It's really cool. Just turning on photos. If you point at one of these things, maybe I'll just tell you, I won't show you. If you point at one of these icons or these QR codes, it automatically pops up a little yellow thing that says Open ZoomNotes. If you click on that Open ZoomNotes, it will open up the page that you're wanting. It's just that quick. It's nothing to it. So that's basically it. Now, again, I'll have to print this page and use these stickers for my craft room boxes. All right? And that is all that I know about that. And, of course, as always, I am making this up as I go. So you might be able to find somebody that's a lot smarter about different things that you can use to generate this QR code that are a whole lot smarter than me that could do a better job of it. But that works. So that's it. Y'all have a great day here. Bye.